father has it. I have it. My sister has it. You have that power too.
I am. Mom always said I'd amount to something.
Chewie, we're home.
And welcome back to the channel. I am Zach here on the Yo Bro Nation YouTube channel, Wardrobe Change, and this is your review for Star Wars Episode 7. Now, I did do this review when it initially came out back in 2015. You can see that over there. And yeah, when this movie came out, I was super hyped. I was really hyped. But as you know, I've been reviewing all the Star Wars. I started it back in November, ran through December into this month, and I am continuing. So Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. You know, you go back to 2014, or no, 2012, I remember, 2012, and the announcement of Star Wars being bought by Disney, and they were going to make a new trilogy, and it's like, yes! And I remember all the build-up. The initial teaser trailer at the Star Wars convention. I had a brain fart. I know what it's called, but I can't think of it. And then that first trailer with Han and Chewie. Chewie, we're home. And just being so freaking excited. So, this movie stars Daisy Ridley as Rey, John Boyega as Finn, and Adam Driver as Kylo Ren, and Oscar Isaac as Poe Dameron. Of course, you also have Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher returning. You know, there's a lot of really good people, right? Yeah, Max von Sydow. He's in this movie playing as Hux. You know, Andrew Serkis as Snoke, of course, and then Domhnall Gleeson, he plays General Hux. A really awesome cast for the most part. And there were some good things about this cast, some bad things. Gwendolyn Christie from Game of Thrones was in this movie, and I'll touch on that here in a minute. But overall, fantastic cast, for sure. That was one thing about going into this movie that I was so excited about. And of course, Mark Hamill is listed as a cast member in this movie. I'll touch on that as well. So the anticipation. Cheers loud. The anticipation going into this movie was, oh my God. I remember, the movie came out in December. I bought tickets for this movie in like October of that year. I bought like 10 tickets. I took like me and 10 of my friends. We had 2 rows to ourselves in the theater that we went to. And it was so awesome. Just the experience alone of seeing this movie with friends like that, and seeing people come in and dressed up for a Star Wars movie, the first Star Wars movie since 2005, 10 years. That's a long time. And I remember going to see Revenge of the Sith in the theater and being like, gosh, I'm finally here. And I was genuinely excited. So yes, of course, this is about this new force, the First Order. They've taken over the galaxy with Supreme Leader Snoke. And they have this character, Kylo Ren, who is a clear wanting to be a Vader type character. Of course, we find out he is the son of Han Solo and Princess Leia, and he was turned by Snoke. But we don't see a lot of Snoke in this movie. We don't know a lot about Snoke. Honestly, we don't know a lot about a lot of characters in this movie. Of course, they have Captain Phasma, who's one of the stormtroopers. So we meet Finn, played by John Boyega, at the beginning of the movie, where he's a very conflicted stormtrooper, and he decides to flee, and he leaves with the help of Poe Dameron, who was captured at the beginning of the movie. We went to see Larson, played by Max von Sydow when they were captured. That's where we meet BB-8, who becomes the next R2. Where was my R2 in this movie? Oh, yes, he was just a pile of junk just sitting there making no noise. So, we end up getting put on this planet called Jakku. And on Jakku, there's a young lady named Ray, played by Daisy Ridley, where we're introduced to her. She was dropped there by her parents when she's a kid. Again, another character we don't know much about, other than she's there and she knows about Jedi and stuff in the story. So her and Finn meet with BB-8. They escape on what, of all things, the Millennium Falcon. And she just knows how to work it. She's apparently a really great pilot. And they escape Jakku. And now the First Order is looking for them. That's when we finally get, Han Solo and Chewbacca back. As they come across them in their freaking junk ship and stuff. And it's interesting. So we get back to Leia. Like, a lot happens in this movie. Leia, they all come back. They're all talking about the First Order, how they've made this thing called Star Killer Base that's bigger than the Death Star, where the Death Star could destroy a planet. This could destroy a whole galaxy. So, what do they need to do? We got to find Luke. No one has seen Luke since the turn of Kylo, since Kylo was turned. And that's where this movie really takes off, is once Daisy Ridley and them go to find Luke Skywalker. They find the coordinates via R2, who just turns on out of nowhere and is giving them the location. So there's their journey. Let's go find Luke. And you have Han Solo and Rey and Finn and all of them going to do this, and then they're trying to get to Star Killer Base to try to stop that. That is what this movie is about. Hux is kind of funny. Like I said, you don't get a lot from Supreme Leader Snoke. And it's just like, so I do, there's a lot of positive in this movie. But there's a few negative things that I kind of want to touch on real quick. So yes, you have these awesome scenes with the ship, and you have these great lines and all this stuff, but one of the biggest criticisms was the hype of this new cast, right? How this new cast was going to pick up the torch from the old cast, and we were going to switch it over, and it was going to be this real big thing. They hyped up the Knights of Ren, which we don't see in this movie. That pissed me off. You get this hype about Gwendolyn Christie, and she's going to be this big, powerful character, and she's in all of maybe 4 scenes, and she gets punked out at the end of the movie. So it's like, what was that? That pissed me off. I was like, that's what happened to Phasma? Just gone, bye. We're going to dump you down a garbage chute. See you later. Good luck. Did she die? Did she not die? I guess we're going to wait till episode 8 to see if she makes another cameo appearance. Pissed me off. Another negative thing that a lot of people had with this movie was all this hype surrounded about Luke. Where's Luke? Are we gonna see Luke? And you know what? We don't get Luke to the last 30 seconds of the fucking movie. And all he does is grumpy old man on his island. Those are probably the biggest criticisms. That and the director, J.J. Abrams, who likes his riddles, his mystery boxes, if you will. It's a riddle wrapped inside a box, wrapped inside another box, wrapped inside a bigger box, and then you got to just dig through the boxes to find the answers. And the fact that he was going to do this movie and then pass it off to the next person, he sets up a lot of good things, but you don't really get any answers. And it's fine. It's the first movie of a trilogy. I can get that. But there were so many questions after this movie, but no answers to anything. Then you add on the fact that on top of all this other stuff, a lot of people felt like this was like A New Hope all over again. Okay, we meet main characters. Main characters go through this. Main characters now got to go blow up the big ship that's going to blow everything up. And it did. It had a lot of New Hope tones, but I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing. In fact, if anything, out of the new trilogy, and I'll talk about the other two movies when I review them, this was probably the best of the new trilogy. Yes, it was set up for a lot of things. That's true. But it was still overall a good movie. And something else I want to talk about. You know, John Boyega, especially recently, has been in the news a lot for just things that he's had to say about these movies and how his character is treated. If you look at this poster, does that man not be isn't that man not sitting there wielding a lightsaber? They set you up in these things to make you think he's going to be some force-sensitive user. But then when you see him in this movie, you get none of that. He wields that lightsaber but gets his ass kicked. And I'll get to it, but then you go into the next movie, it's like they even devalue him more. John Boyega, he really does get devalued in this movie as far as his character and what he can do, and it only gets worse as you go through this trilogy. Oscar Isaacs, Poe Dameron, not really a lot in this movie that he does. Yeah, he's just kind of there. Hux, kind of underused. Princess Leia is only there for a little bit, but that's fine. You don't really need her a lot. You get a lot of Han Solo, you get a lot of Rey, and you get a lot of Finn. But Finn's character isn't used, I think, in the way that he could be used. And it's just kind of a shame that they didn't really use these characters to the best of their potential. And it kind of sucks. But I still really did like the movie. Of course, the really big twist in this movie, the death, spoiler, of Han Solo. Now, it was no secret that Harrison Ford wanted his character killed off in Episode 6, but they decided not to do that. They wanted the happy ending. We find out that for Han and Leia and Luke, after their big victory, there really wasn't a lot for them. Everything kind of just went south for them. And you read the canon books and you see where things start to break down for them. Leia and Solo went separate ways after their son was taken away, after their son turned. You know, Luke couldn't live with the guilt of that, and he left. Like, the things that were good for our heroes went south very, very quickly after the events of Episode 6. And it's kind of sad. It's sad to see where they landed, right? And while, yeah, I was really, really excited after the end of this movie, and I left speechless, ready for Episode 8, for sure. I was ready for Episode 8. Was this movie really as good as I thought it was at that time? No, because I don't find myself wanting to rewatch this. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. Not at all. Not a bad movie. In fact, I'll reiterate, this was my favorite movie of that trilogy. I thought it was spectacular at the time, and it did have a lot of great moments. That scene with Han and Kylo on that bridge on Starkiller Base, having that moment where Kylo is clearly torn as to what he needs to do, and he's asking his father for help, and he's like, "I'm here, son, whatever you need," and he kills him and says, "Thank you." Like, he needed that. And you're like, okay, cool. We have that finality. He's ready to move on and be that bad guy. And he does it. He goes and has that fight with Rey and Finn in that forest on Starkiller Base as it's breaking apart. And he gets his face slashed. And he's clearly angry. But another criticism about this movie was Kylo Ren, actually. How he was trying to be Darth Vader, right? Trying to be Vader for the most part. He even has a Vader helmet and talks to him, grandfather. What should I do next? Like, he acted at times like a petulant child. To be fair, he acted like a angry, petulant child. And another thing that really aggravated people, and maybe not just in this movie specifically, but in this trilogy as a whole, was what is Rey? Who is Rey? We speculated for a year before this, we speculated 2 years after this movie, and then we speculated for another year plus after that movie. It's crazy. Overall, and I'll wrap this up, I'm kind of rambling now. Like, if you've seen the movie, you know what this movie's about. We know where it goes. Starkiller Base gets destroyed. Cool. There are breadcrumbs dropped in this movie to lead you to think some things. Really good breadcrumbs. And overall, this is a really good movie. With a great setup, a great story that takes you on a very fun, Star Wars-like adventure. And I really did enjoy it. There are some critiques that I have for this movie, which I've gone over the most of them, which are the bigger ones. There's little minor things. Maybe some shots were different. Maybe not so much mystery had to be thrown into this movie as there was, but it is what it is. Then that's what they did, and it's their prerogative. They made the movie. Overall, I like this movie, and I'm giving this movie a 8.5 out of 10. It's not perfect. By far, it's not perfect. But I sure as fuck did enjoy this movie. But I want to know what you guys think. Down in the comments below, what did you think of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know down below. Also, if you're new to this channel, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, Facebook. That stuff's down in the description below. Hit the like button and share this to your friends. I want to go over a couple things, a little bit of house cleaning here at the end of this video. Firstly, my buddy Jake. I want to talk about my buddy Jake. This Saturday, the night before the Royal Rumble, 7:30 p.m. bell time, Impact Pro Wrestling Awakened. Jake, he's competing. He's going for that World Championship. Support him. Go to the Facebook, or if you're in the area, you can go to the show. Tickets are available. Please practice social distancing and stuff. Stay safe out there. 6:30, doors open. 7:30 p.m. bell time. Go check it out. Support Jake. He is a great friend of this channel. In fact, you'll see him Sunday night for the Royal Rumble review. So go definitely help him out there. Speaking of Jake, he is back to business. The Hitman Jake Capone, he's back. He's ready to start wrecking people. He's already got a couple bookings. Let's get him some more bookings. You can go to his email at thehitmanjakecapone@gmail.com, or you can go to thejcapone at both Twitter and Instagram. He is now accepting bookings. Also, kind of let you all know, I bought the shirt. I've worn it once already. I don't know how much longer I'm going to promote this, probably through the Rumble, and after that I'll probably be done. But AEWshop.com, you guys go there. All proceeds for the Brody Lee shirts go to the Brody Lee family. I'm not sure if it's just for this shirt or all of them, but keep going out there. Keep purchasing these shirts. Let's help out this family. They definitely deserve it. Go check it out. Help them out. It would be much appreciated. I know the family would definitely appreciate it. That's for sure. But thank you guys so very much for coming in, checking out this video. I am Zach. I hope you all had a good time. If you did, like I said, just hit that like button. It goes a long way to supporting the channel. So that's going to do it for me. I need to get the lighting fixed in this room so this looks crisper. But that's going to do it for me. Remember, stay safe, stay healthy, and above all else, join the nation. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.
Yo Bro Nation! Join us at teepublic.com/Yo Bro Nation for our all new merch lineup, like the Recess Still Ain't Old, the Yo Bro Nation Entertainment t-shirt, the Sidekick Susie Stranger Things shirt. It's a pretty sweet shirt. The Yo Bro Nation swirly shirt. How about I Love Yo Face Sidekick Susie t-shirt? Ooh. Or the Rainbow Sidekick Susie shirt. Yeah. Also, this exclusive limited time offer, we got a Forever Serenity special sale! Look at that. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty awesome. Hope for Ambi special sale. Help support a friend who really needs the help. 3 different t-shirt designs. We got the Hope for Ambi Black Angel t-shirt. The Hope for Ambi Do You Want to Beat Up Cancer t-shirt. Wow, that's pretty nice. So yes, shop with us now at teepublic.com/Yo Bro Nation. Get all your shirts. Stay safe, stay healthy, and above else, join the nation.